January 2026 has ushered in what may well be the most significant shift in the foldable smartphone landscape since the category's inception. For years, the market has been dominated by a comfortable duopoly of Samsung and Google, with incremental updates that often felt more iterative than revolutionary. However, the recent announcement of the Motorola RAZR Fold at CES 2026 signals a dramatic disruption to this status quo. While Apple continues to deliberate on its potential entry into the foldable space, Motorola, a company with a deep heritage in mobile hardware, has unveiled a device that doesn't just compete with the incumbents, but appears to solve the very specific pain points that have held the form factor back for half a decade. This is not merely another phone. It is a statement of intent from Motorola, pivoting from their stronghold in clamshell designs to challenge the book-style heavyweights head-on. If the preliminary specifications and hands-on impressions are accurate, the RAZR Fold is poised to be the definitive foldable of 2026, and here is a comprehensive analysis of why. To understand the magnitude of this release, one must first appreciate the historical weight behind the design. For 30 years, Motorola has been the undisputed king of the vertical flip. In 1996, they practically invented the modern mobile form factor with the StarTAC, and later defined the 2000s with a cultural phenomenon that was the RAZR V3. Even in the modern renaissance of foldables, their RAZR 60 has been a formidable rival to Samsung's Z Flip series. However, the RAZR Fold represents a historic departure from this lineage. It is the company's first foray into the horizontal, book-style foldable market. This is a bold strategic maneuver, moving the brand out of the lifestyle niche and into the productivity sector previously cornered by the Galaxy Z Fold and Pixel Fold lines. By leveraging their decades of hinge engineering experience, Motorola is attempting to perfect a format that many users feel has stagnated under Samsung's stewardship. One of the most critical aspects of any foldable is the aspect ratio, a feature that dictates the device's usability in both phone and tablet modes. For years, users have grappled with the Goldilocks problem of foldable screens. Samsung's devices have traditionally been too narrow and tall, making typing on the cover screen cramped, while Google's earlier Pixel Folds were often criticized for being too wide and heavy. The RAZR Fold appears to have struck the elusive sweet spot, heavily echoing the widely praised form factor of the Oppo Find series. The cover screen measures 6.56 inches, significantly wider than the Galaxy Z Fold 7's 6.5-inch display. This seemingly minor difference in width has profound implications for daily use. It transforms the closed device from a remote control-shaped oddity into a familiar, standard smartphone experience. Insights from user reviews on Glass regarding previous generation foldables, such as the Z Fold 4, have frequently highlighted that unique dimensions often force compromises in typing accuracy and app scaling. By adopting a more standardized width, Motorola ensures that users don't have to relearn how to type or suffer through unoptimized apps just to use the cover screen. When the device is unfolded, users are greeted by an expansive 8.1-inch LTPO OLED display. This is larger than the 8-inch screen found on the Z Fold 7 and matches the generous real estate of the Oppo Find series. However, the magic lies in the aspect ratio of this inner screen. Unlike the boxier, squarish dimensions often seen in competitors, the RAZR Fold's inner display is slightly wider. This is a deliberate design choice aimed at media consumption. A persistent complaint among foldable users has been the massive black bars, or letterboxing, that appear when watching standard 16:9 video content on a square screen. A wider canvas mitigates this, allowing videos to fill more of the display and providing a far more immersive viewing experience. Both the inner and outer screens support 120 Hz refresh rates, ensuring that every swipe and animation is fluid. Furthermore, the inner resolution of 2484 by 2232 pixels offers a pixel density that outclasses the Z Fold 7, promising pin-sharp text and detailed imagery that will appeal to readers and professionals alike. Perhaps the most visually striking improvement is the near-total elimination of the display crease. Since the dawn of foldable tech, the visible groove running down the center of the screen has been a point of contention. It is a physical reminder of the technology's limitations. However, hands-on footage of the RAZR Fold suggests that Motorola has engineered a hinge mechanism that pulls the screen taut, resulting in a surface that is startlingly flat. This is in stark contrast to the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, which still exhibits a noticeable valley. Grasp insights from reviews of devices like the Samsung Z Flip 3 and Z Fold 6 consistently mention the crease as a lingering distraction that affects both the visual fidelity and the tactile experience of swiping across the screen. By solving, or at least significantly masking, this issue, Motorola effectively removes one of the biggest psychological barriers for users looking to switch from traditional slab phones. Engineering a foldable device is a war against physics, particularly when it comes to thickness. Early book-style foldables were cumbersome, often feeling like two phones taped together in the pocket. Motorola has aggressively targeted this drawback, achieving a chassis thickness that is estimated to be between 4.5 mm and 4.8 mm when unfolded. While the Samsung Z Fold 7 remains slightly thinner at 4.2 mm, the RAZR Fold is noticeably slimmer than the Pixel 10 Pro Fold's 5.2 mm profile. This reduction in bulk is crucial for a device that is meant to be carried all day. It signals that foldable technology has finally matured to a point where heavy and thick are no longer mandatory descriptors. The device feels premium and dense without being a burden, a balance that has historically been difficult to strike. Aesthetics and materials also play a massive role in the RAZR Fold's appeal, largely due to Motorola's exclusive partnership with Pantone. In a market segment often dominated by austere, enterprise black, and business gray, the RAZR Fold brings a welcome injection of high fashion. The device will launch in Pantone Lily White and Pantone Black and Blue. These aren't just fancy names. They represent a commitment to color accuracy and premium finishes. The Lily White model, for instance, features a vegan leather back, offering a tactile warmth and grip that glass simply cannot match. This partnership positions the RAZR Fold not just as a gadget, but as a lifestyle accessory, a strategy that worked wonders for the original RAZR V3. For creative professionals, the Pantone validation suggests a level of display color calibration that could make this device a legitimate tool for on-the-go photo editing and design work. Functionality takes a massive leap forward with the integration of the Moto Pen Ultra. This is where Motorola explicitly targets the power user demographic that Samsung has arguably neglected in recent years. The Galaxy Z Fold 7's decision to remove S Pen support was a controversial move that alienated many loyalists. It transforms the device from a consumption tablet into a creation canvas, a capability that the Pixel series completely lacks and the Z Fold 7 has abandoned.